I think the time's up on R. Kelly. He's got to go. This song is crazy. 19 minutes of this. I hate that he's trying to profit out of what's happening in his life and the victims that he's claimed, well, allegedly, I guess we have to say. But there's been so many countless people who have come forward in the last, God, since the 90s. So it's been a long time. And I just don't think this is the right way to address the issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a tough situation, and it's really unfortunate. I mean, there have been so many allegations, and it makes it really difficult to look the other way. I mean, again, we have to stress that he's not been proven guilty of any of these allegations. But it's a tough situation, and, you know, as a fan, as a Chicagoan, it's tough to comprehend. It's tough to wrap your head around, just because he has made such an imprint, not only the R&B, he is the king of R&B, but also in the city of Chicago. I really want the truth. Like, I want the truth, what's happening. And so I also hope that he's being true to himself in this song. Meaning, if you do have a problem, like, at some point you have to face it. And he mentioned some things. He mentioned being abused himself. But if you do have a problem, I feel like you have to first be honest with himself. And that's what his ex-wife has come out and said, that he's not being honest with himself in terms of tackling some of those inner problems. It's tough, man.
Yeah, and to me, the song is passing the buck. And again, I know we need to stress that he's been accused, but not found guilty of any of these allegations. But there's so many allegations.
Yeah,
and in that regard, it reminds me a little bit of the Bill Cosby situation with all these allegations and finally proven guilty. But for the longest leading up to it, a lot of people are like, if it's this much, he's got to be guilty, right? And so you look at Joe Paterno at Penn State with the scandal there. You look at Bill Cosby with this. And now you look at R. Kelly, and what do all three of these men share? Well, for one, an incredible talent. So they had a very deep and loyal fan base, right? And people were behind them till the end. Well, they refused to pull back from Paterno's a great coach. Bill Cosby was a comedian and a great actor. R. Kelly makes great music. He's the king of R&B. You got to throw those away here. And you got to look at what's in front of you and say, I don't care about the talent. I care about the criminal activity, allegedly, and we got to look into this. And if he's guilty of it, then this guy is a child molester. Then this guy is a rapist. And this guy is accused of brainwashing people. If it comes out true, you got to release yourself from that stuff, and he can't be covered for anymore, because if it's true, this has been a guy that's been hidden simply because of his talent.
And that's the point of his song, though. None of that has been proven true, and he's being penalized for all of that, with none of it being proven true.
Yeah.
And
in my opinion,
is that fair?
And in my opinion, it's too much. There's too many allegations that are all so similar. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt because there's too much doubt.
It's kind of like it's that whole where there's smoke, there's fire thing.
Right.
But
there's just so many allegations at this point. You have to take it seriously. There's so many victims, so many families of victims, so many people who have come forward. So
absolutely. Well, it's going to be a story that continues to develop because they are still coming after R. Kelly, and R. Kelly is still vehemently denying all these allegations. So it's something we will be circling back on inevitably at some point.